Hello everyone, it's me again, Steedoj here, back to more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. And at the time of this recording, I do have all of Ultra and Goku's moves. So, yay, if you guys wanted to see Godly Display so bad and you couldn't see in the other two videos, it's here now. Now, Godly Display did get a buff, but I'll get into it. And this video's topic will be, is Godly Display like the new best like one-shot move? It's really a skill comparison, but I also do want to showcase it off in a CAC, because, why would I not? So we'll pick Jiren, because Jiren's a natural enemy of Ultra and Goku, and a good test for all of these fine moves. Now I do want to say, I'm going to be comparing this to Revenge Death Ball, Power Rush, and Godly Display. I know some people might be annoyed that Emperor's Death Beam and Final Shine on in this, but I feel like they only inherited, I feel like they only wanted to make true one-shot moves when they made Power Rush, for example. Because while Final Shine and, you know, Emperor's Death Beam do have that high damage stuff going for them, I don't think they were naturally intended to be one-shots. Because Power Rush and Revenge Death Ball and Godly Display, they all take your maximum key to be used. So, yeah. By the way, I hope you guys liked the Ultra Instinct combo just now. It's up to you. Either way, Godly Display, we'll be doing that one first because, you know, that one's new. So, cool. Looks cooler on the CSC. I actually love the aesthetic so much. I also like the back stance, but it probably look better if you see this in your shirtless, just because, you know, aesthetic. And now, Revenge Death Ball. Now, obviously, Godly Display has some combinations going in it because it's a key and strike move, but even when it's not fully charged, Revenge Death Ball still completely smacks Godly Display's damage out of the water. You could say, alright, well, maybe Godly Display does more damage under certain instances, but here's the thing, Godly Display is actually listed as a strike ultimate, so if you have it, you would know. It's a strike ultimate, and not a key ultimate. And it probably benefits off of strike multipliers, like let's say you have a high strike character, or you have a male Earthling, or something like that. And I'll get into later why I think that there's not even a single Ki Blast section in Godly Display. It's not like the old gigantic breaker, where the first bar was strike and the second bar was key. I think Godly Display is just a strike move entirely, because it doesn't even get any buffs from key multipliers. Even the giant Ki Blast at the end doesn't get any buffs from key multipliers, so this might be an unfair test. Because my mail saying I do try to average his strike as much as I do with his Ki Blast, although his Ki Blast is slightly ever so higher than his strike, because I think strikes are a bit boring, so why would I put any stats into them? So besides from that, I don't know, someone will let me know. I do genuinely believe though that it's like that. Now, reasons why it might not be that bad that Godly Display does do less damage than Revenge Death Ball at least is you can't combo Revenge Death Ball like ever. It has to be a finishing move, but Godly Display you can just throw it out whenever you feel like it in a combo. Just wow, look at it go. It does higher damage too because oh look, combo potential. Wow, that's crazy. Compared to Revenge Death Ball, you would. How many times can you land a fully charged Revenge Death Ball? Just on a heavy stamina broken target, right? Yeah, but in Godly Display you can literally just do a small knockback and then just throw it. It'll work. It'll most likely work. So just yeet it out. Revenge Death Ball doesn't have that luxury, unfortunately, due to the fact that it's so goddamn massive and it has a charging sequence. You can use it in a combo, but you'd have to sacrifice the full charge and just go with, you know, you'd be missing three bars at least. For Godly Display, at the end of any combo, just do it. Actually, not even at the end of any combo. In the middle of any combo, do it. At the beginning of a combo, in fact. Hell, it could be the beginning of a combo. Just do Godly Display whenever you see fit, except at a bad point. You don't want to lose all of your ki and do no damage. That would suck. Now onto the meditation test. Meditation has been significantly nerfed. It only lasts like half the time, but we can still use it for its max ki. So with max ki, Godly Display obviously finally now beats the old Revenge Death Ball in damage by quite a bit, by about 2,000 units. But as you can naturally expect, Power Rush, amongst other moves, is just better. So, whoops. Power Rush is only slightly better than Godly Display. It does about 200-esque damage. And Power Rush is also a full strike move, which is why I believe that Godly Display is also a full strike move. Because you'll notice that when I even use fully charged Godly Displays, the damage is way too similar to Power Rush. And I feel like it's not supposed to be that close. I feel like it's genuinely not supposed to be that close. And one reason would be is you'll see again when we get to the transformation tests that truly boost everything. But yeah, Power Rush can also Power Rush actually does have an advantage over Godly Display in some instances because it combos better in my opinion, and you don't have to suffer with any of that online lag. When you use it online, Power Rush will work 100% of the time so long as the initial hit hits someone. A good example is I think during this YXY combo, if you try to use Godly Display here, oh it takes too long. Look at that, nothing. He feels like he needs to warp for some reason, even though his target is right in front of him. That's a bit silly. That's a bit immature. That's a bit stupid. But here with Power Rush, it's like, oh, you don't have to take the time. Power Rush is almost instantaneous. Your character just does a quick leap back and a nice charge forward. So it has way more combo potential already. For male Saiyans at least. But for other races, it probably also does. Let's be completely honest, because Power Rush is instantaneous and won't drop online. A Godly Display unfortunately will. So it's just like that sometimes. Now Super Vegeta, Power Rush does this much damage. 17-5, alright. Cool. Now how much does Godly Display do? Because with Super Vegeta, the Ki Blast section should get big buffs. It should be way stronger than Power Rush now. That part doesn't do a lot of damage. Oh, but this part's looking pretty good, isn't it? Isn't it? Nope, it isn't. It's still less than Power Rush. And you think the end part would be a Ki Blast, but I don't know, apparently it's not. They just hate us. As much as that sucks, apparently the end part of Godly Display is a strike, and it's not a Ki Blast. And I feel like we should go back to having hybrid moves. Like, just because it's listed as a strike doesn't mean the whole move needs to be a strike. Hybrid moves didn't hurt too bad, but now we just have situations where it's like Godly Display might be, not that having a one-shot is bad, but it's the least impressive damage-wise. Does have some good combo potential, not better than Power Rush, but at least what Godly Display has going for it is that you can use it regardless of how much Ki you have. That is its outstanding trait. So, in theory, if you're playing in an online match and Godly Display happens to randomly work, let's say, then yeah. But it still does less damage. Yeah, by the way, look at Revenge Death Ball's damage with Super Vegeta on. That's just disgusting. That's an actual Ki Blast multiplier. Godly Display got like what, 1,000 extra damage. Revenge Death Ball gets like 2,000 extra, and then when it's at by the way, they did actually say Revenge Death Ball connects easier now, in the patch notes that came out today. But look at it, still be dropping casually. When it does connect, your Cativa damage is quite high. That is a fresh amount of new Ki super damage. And now it's Godly Display's turn. Does it match up? Spoiler alert, if you've been watching the entire video, no, it doesn't. So, it happens sometimes like that. Let's go over the basics one more again for all the moves before I end the video. I think that's appropriate. So 1, Power Rush combos the best, easily. It combos the best and it does more damage than Godly Display. If you want a nice combo, then use Power Rush, because it connects the easiest in most combos and it does more damage. If you just want to kill someone, you just want high damage, just like, I don't care, remove this guy from my sight immediately, Revenge Death Ball. But you have to also take into account that you can't throw out willy-nilly. It has to be when the enemy is stunned by a stamina break. I don't think there's any other stun in the game that's long enough to make that work. So Revenge Death Ball is only going to work if you have a situation like that going for it. But Godly Display, while doing less damage than both of the other one-shots, can be used whenever and with how much ever Ki ever. For example, no one is going to just throw a 3-bar Revenge Death Ball at you. What's the point? That does less damage than a Super Kamehameha. You don't want to throw out a 3-bar Revenge Death Ball. You want to throw out a 5-bar one either. But you will throw out a 5-bar Godly Display because, spoiler alert, that is pretty good. It connects on any part of the stage. And hopefully, it should do enough damage. Because if it lags online, then you'll miss more hits. And then the damage will get less and less. And that would just suck. So, my theory, or the way I'd personally tier these, is Power Rush is still number 1. Even if Power Rush does less damage than Revenge Death Ball, you can use it whenever. I play Jiren more than I play Baby. And one good reason for that is Power Rush, because it's really reliable. Jiren is a character that doesn't actually do that much damage, unless it was just spamming his X combo. I know his X combo is his highest damage combo, that's so weird. So, that Power Rush is a good reason to play Jiren, because of how much damage it does. I would personally say Power Rush is my favorite. If the online for the game wasn't bad, Godly Display easily. Easily. You can connect that whenever you feel like it. Just press the button, it'll just work. But I think that is a good place to end the video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like on the video and subscribe to greatly support the channel. Leave a comment down below of what you'd like to see next. Hope you all enjoyed. Love you all, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.